Welcome to the bonus section called Identity Cookbook, and in this section we're going to take a look at a few common tasks you might want to add to your application related to identity. And if we take a look at the contents of this section, then what's coming up is we're going to take a look at Facebook login, which is going to give the user a one-click logging experience using the Facebook feature. To do so, we can just plug this into our application, and then the user can authenticate via Facebook, and then we can create a user account for them based on the fact that since they're logged into Facebook, then they can effectively log into our app. We're also going to take a look at refresh tokens, and this is going to mitigate the other problem with storing things in local storage. Our current token, if you followed my example, has an expiry of 7 days. And if we implement refresh tokens, then we can lower the expiry of that token significantly, and then use the refresh tokens to get a new token every 10 minutes or so. That means if the user does leave their laptop in a coffee shop and leaves it logged in, then yes, if they get to the token within 10 minutes, then technically they would be able to log into our app. But if it's after that time, then that token will cease to be valid, and then they'll be forced to log in again, and then they'll need their username and password. Their bigger problem is that they've left their laptop in the coffee shop and it could get nicked. So our token is the least of their problems in that case, but we will take a look at mitigating that as well. And then finally, we'll take a look at email confirmation. And this way we can verify that the email they've signed up with is an email address that they own, and we can send them an email token to verify they own that email. So that's what's coming up in this section, a few common tasks that you might want to add to your application. And we're going to start with Facebook login. And the goal of this is to give the user a one-click experience, especially when we introduce email confirmation. Then in order for a user to log in and register with our site, or if they register, they'll need to enter their username, email address, passwords, send up their request to our server. Our server is going to respond back saying, great, you're registered, but now you need to go and verify your email account. Then they'll need to go to their inbox, check the link that we send them, click on that, and then we'll eventually let them log in. Using Facebook login takes away all of that, because we can trust, if Facebook trusts them, then we can trust them, and that they own the email address that they verify with Facebook with. And if we just take a look at the flow of the login, then first of all, the client's going to log into Facebook. They're going to click on a button, and if they're already logged into Facebook, then they'll get a dialog, which I'm sure you've seen before, which will give them the option to log into Facebook. If that's successful, then Facebook is going to return an access token to the client, which they will then use to pass up to our API. And our API is going to verify that token with Facebook. If Facebook say, yep, this is a good token, then we'll get their user info from Facebook that we ask for, and we're going to ask for their public profile and their email address. And then once we have that, then we can register that user with the info we get from Facebook and issue them a JWT to make use of our application. So that's the goal of what we're doing in this first part of the Identity Cookbook.